Pakistan and the United States share a history that has been shaped by cooperation, challenges, and moments of transformation. Our relationship, spanning over 7 decades, has been marked by strategic alliances, economic engagements, and shared interests in regional stability. It is a relationship that has seen highs and lows, yet it remains significant for both nations, rooted in mutual concerns and the evolving dynamics of global politics. From the very beginning, Pakistan and the United States recognized the value of working together. Shortly after our independence in 1947, diplomatic ties were established, and over the years, the partnership took shape through various phases. During the early years of the Cold War, Pakistan became a key ally of the United States in countering Soviet influence in the region. We joined alliances like SATO and CENTO, reinforcing our commitment to collective security. This cooperation provided Pakistan with military and economic assistance, helping us strengthen our national defense and infrastructure. However, the nature of international relationships is never static. The 1980s brought another crucial turning point when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. Pakistan stood at the forefront, working closely with the United States to resist Soviet expansion. Our people bore the burden of this war, hosting millions of Afghan refugees and dealing with the consequences of prolonged conflict. The support we provided to the Afghan resistance was instrumental in altering the course of history. Yet, when the war ended, so did the attention of our allies. Pakistan was left to deal with the aftermath, millions of displaced people, rising extremism, and an influx of weapons. Despite our sacrifices, sanctions were imposed on us in the 1990s under the Pressler Amendment, leading to a period of strained ties. Then came the events of 9/11, which once again reshaped the global order and brought Pakistan and the United States into another phase of intense cooperation. We played a pivotal role in the war on terror, making immense sacrifices in terms of lives, security, and economic stability. Pakistan became a frontline state in this new conflict, launching military operations, sharing intelligence, and working closely with the international community. But while the world recognized our contributions, the cost we paid was heavy. Tens of thousands of lives lost, our economy disrupted, and our internal security challenged like never before. Over the years, the nature of Pakistan-US relations has evolved beyond just security concerns. Trade, investment, education, and technology have become critical aspects of our engagement. The United States remains one of Pakistan's largest trading partners and a key source of foreign direct investment. Our people-to-people ties, built through academic exchanges, cultural diplomacy, and the contributions of the Pakistani diaspora in the US, have strengthened the foundation of our relationship, yet challenges remain. There have been moments of divergence where our national interests did not always align with US priorities. Shifts in global politics and changing regional dynamics have created differences in approach. But what is important to understand is that strong relationships are not defined by the absence of disagreements, but by the ability to navigate them with dialogue, mutual respect, and a long-term vision. As we look ahead, Pakistan seeks a relationship with the United States that is based on mutual respect and shared prosperity. Our engagement must go beyond security concerns and focus on economic cooperation, technology transfer, climate change, and regional stability. The world is changing, and partnerships that stand the test of time are those that evolve to meet new challenges. Pakistan has always been a country that values its sovereignty and dignity. We do not seek assistance that comes with conditions undermining our national interest. We seek a partnership that uplifts both nations, one that is rooted in trust and a shared commitment to peace and development. It is time to redefine our engagement, to move beyond transactional ties and build a strategic, long-term partnership that benefits not just our governments, but our people. The past has shown us that when Pakistan and the United States work together, they can achieve great things. The future holds even greater potential if we choose to move forward with wisdom, cooperation, and a clear understanding of each other's aspirations. Economic relations between Pakistan and the United States have long been an essential pillar of our engagement, shaping the opportunities available to our people and influencing the broader trajectory of our national development. Trade, investment, and financial cooperation are the real engines of progress. And as the world moves toward economic interdependence, Pakistan seeks to build a relationship with the US that is based not on aid, but on trade, technology, and shared prosperity. For years, the United States has remained one of Pakistan's largest trading partners. Our exports, ranging from textiles to agricultural products, find a strong market in the US, supporting thousands of businesses and millions of jobs back home. Similarly, American companies benefit from access to a growing consumer base in Pakistan. The potential for expanding this trade relationship is immense, but it requires a shift in approach, one that prioritizes market access, removes unnecessary barriers, and allows Pakistani businesses to compete fairly. Investment is another crucial area where Pakistan and the US can unlock new opportunities. American companies have historically played a significant role in key sectors of our economy, from energy and technology to pharmaceuticals and infrastructure development. Major corporations have invested in Pakistan, creating jobs and contributing to economic growth. However, there is still untapped potential. Pakistan's strategic location, young workforce, and emerging middle class make it an attractive destination for investment. What we need now is a clear and structured economic partnership, one that encourages sustainable long-term investments rather than short-term projects. One of the challenges we have faced in the past is the perception that Pakistan is only relevant to US interests in times of conflict. This has limited the scope of economic cooperation, often reducing it to financial assistance rather than genuine trade and investment partnerships. We must move past this outdated framework. Our goal is not to depend on foreign aid, but to create an economic environment where businesses flourish, entrepreneurship thrives, and innovation drives progress. Pakistan is not looking for handouts. We are looking for fair opportunities to engage in global trade on equitable terms. To truly transform our economic relations, we must focus on areas that offer long-term benefits for both nations. The technology sector presents a unique opportunity. Pakistan is home to one of the fastest-growing IT industries in the world, with young, talented professionals leading the way in software development, artificial intelligence, and digital services. The US has the world's most advanced tech industry. A stronger partnership in this sector can create a win-win situation where American firms find skilled talent and Pakistan gains access to global markets and cutting-edge expertise. Another critical area is energy cooperation. Pakistan has been working to overcome its energy challenges, and the US has the expertise and resources to help us build a sustainable energy future. Investments in renewable energy, particularly solar and wind power, can not only help us address our power shortages, but also contribute to global efforts in combating climate change. If there is one lesson the world has learned in recent years, it is that energy security is national security. By working together in this sector, both Pakistan and the US can create a model of cooperation that benefits millions. Agriculture, too, holds significant promise. Pakistan is an agricultural country, and the US has some of the most advanced farming techniques and technologies. Sharing knowledge and investment in this sector can lead to increased productivity, better food security, and higher incomes for our farmers. Imagine the impact of modern irrigation techniques, advanced seed technologies, and efficient supply chains. This is where the future of economic cooperation should be focused. There are, of course, challenges that need to be addressed. Trade imbalances, bureaucratic hurdles, and outdated policies have often limited the full potential of our economic relations. But challenges exist to be overcome. What is required is a shift in mindset from one of dependency to one of partnership, from aid-based engagement to one built on trade, investment, and mutual growth. Pakistan is ready for this transformation. We have the talent, the resources, and the ambition to build a stronger economy. But we need our international partners, including the United States, to recognize our potential and work with us in a way that fosters true economic independence. The US must see Pakistan not as a country that needs assistance, but as a nation that offers opportunities. If we take the right steps today, our economic relationship will not only strengthen, but will also serve as a foundation for broader cooperation in every other sphere. The time for transactional relationships is over. We seek a relationship that is built on trust, economic opportunity, and a shared vision for the future. A future where Pakistan stands as a strong, self-reliant nation, engaging with the world on equal footing. That future is within our reach, and it is up to us to seize it. The relationship between Pakistan and the United States has long been shaped by defense and security cooperation. Over the decades, we have worked together on critical global challenges, navigating complex security dynamics and facing shared threats. From the Cold War era to the fight against terrorism, our military and intelligence cooperation has played a central role in maintaining stability, not just in our region, but beyond. However, it is time to rethink and redefine this relationship in a way that serves the long-term interests of both nations, ensuring that our engagement is based on mutual respect, trust, and a shared vision for peace. Pakistan has always stood firm in the face of security challenges. Our geographical location places us at the heart of one of the most strategic and at times volatile regions in the world. Over the years, we have played a key role in countering threats that have had global implications. Whether it was during the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, the post-9/11 war on terror, or efforts to stabilize our borders. When the war on terror began, Pakistan became a crucial partner of the United States in combating extremism and ensuring regional security. Our intelligence sharing, military operations, and counter-terrorism efforts directly contributed to dismantling networks that threatened global peace. Yet while Pakistan bore the brunt of this war, suffering tens of thousands of casualties and enduring economic losses in the billions, the narrative often overlooked our sacrifices. Security cooperation should never be a one-sided expectation. It must be acknowledged as a joint struggle where both partners recognize and respect each other's contributions. Over the years, Pakistan has developed a strong and capable military force, one that is well equipped to handle internal and external threats. Our armed forces have led some of the most successful counterterrorism operations in the world, clearing vast regions of militant groups and restoring stability in areas that were once plagued by violence. These successes were not just for Pakistan, but for the entire world. Yet, instead of receiving long-term strategic engagement, we have often faced shifting policies and transactional dealings. This approach does not foster real partnership. It creates uncertainty and weakens trust. The future of security cooperation between Pakistan and the United States must be built on principles of mutual interest and respect. It cannot be limited to short-term objectives dictated by temporary geopolitical concerns. If there is to be true cooperation, it must focus on long-term regional stability, recognizing Pakistan's role as a nation that desires peace, not conflict. The security challenges of today are not just about counterterrorism. They are also about cyber threats, intelligence coordination, border security, and ensuring that conflicts do not escalate into larger crises. These are areas where meaningful collaboration can take place. One of the key aspects of any security partnership is trust. For too long, Pakistan has faced the consequences of policies that have been inconsistent, where cooperation was expected in times of need, but skepticism replaced engagement when priorities shifted. This approach has hurt not only Pakistan, but also regional security as a whole. If we are to move forward, there must be a new understanding, one that acknowledges Pakistan's efforts, respects our sovereignty, and builds cooperation on equal footing. Pakistan is a responsible nuclear state. We have one of the most well-structured command and control systems in the world, ensuring the safety and security of our strategic assets. Yet we have often been unfairly singled out while other nations receive preferential treatment. If security cooperation is to be meaningful, it must be based on fairness and trust rather than selective policies that create instability rather than resolve it. Moving forward, Pakistan seeks a security relationship with the United States that is based on shared goals rather than unilateral demands. We want to focus on regional peace, conflict resolution, and ensuring that our borders remain secure without unnecessary external interference. Afghanistan remains a critical concern, and while Pakistan has always advocated for a peaceful and stable Afghanistan, there must be a collective effort from all stakeholders, including the US, to ensure lasting peace in the region. Our security relationship should also extend beyond the battlefield. Defense cooperation should include technology sharing, military training programs, and intelligence collaboration that strengthens both nations' capacities. The future of warfare is changing, and modern security threats require modern solutions. We must work together in areas such as cyber defense, intelligence-based operations, and peacekeeping efforts to ensure that our partnership remains relevant and effective. Pakistan has always stood for peace, but we will never compromise on our sovereignty and national security. We do not seek conflict, but we will defend ourselves if our security is threatened. True partnerships are not built on pressure or coercion. They are built on trust and mutual benefit. If Pakistan and the United States are to have a meaningful security relationship, it must be one where both sides recognize each other's sacrifices, respect each other's sovereignty, and work together for a peaceful and stable future. The choice is clear. Either we build a relationship based on dignity and shared interests, or we continue down a path of short-term engagements that fail to bring real progress. The time has come to make the right choice. Pakistan and the United States have had a relationship shaped by both cooperation and challenges. While there have been moments of strong collaboration, there have also been periods of tension, often driven by misunderstandings, shifting global priorities, and differing national interests. It is important to recognize that no relationship between two sovereign nations can remain free of disagreements. However, what defines a strong partnership is the ability to navigate these differences with honesty, respect, and a long-term vision. One of the primary challenges in our relationship has been the tendency to engage with each other in a transactional manner, rather than as long-term partners. Too often, Pakistan has been seen through the lens of short-term strategic interests, particularly in matters of security and regional stability. When Pakistan's cooperation was needed, ties were strengthened, but the moment global priorities shifted, engagement weakened. This inconsistency has created an environment of mistrust, making it difficult to build a truly sustainable partnership. There is also the issue of policy disagreements. Over the years, Pakistan and the US have often found themselves on different sides of key international developments. Whether it was the approach to Afghanistan, counter-terrorism strategies, or regional alliances, there have been moments where our national interests have not aligned perfectly. However, disagreement does not mean disengagement. Strong nations engage in diplomacy, in dialogue, and in understanding each other's perspectives. The real challenge lies not in having differences, but in how we choose to address them. One of the major sources of tension has been the issue of security concerns and the perception of Pakistan's role in regional affairs. Despite our immense sacrifices in the fight against terrorism, there has been a persistent narrative that questions Pakistan's commitment. The reality is that Pakistan has suffered more than most in this war. We have lost tens of thousands of lives. Our economy has suffered, and our people have endured immense hardship. Yet, instead of acknowledgement, we have often been met with pressure and demands that do not reflect the full complexity of the situation. If the relationship is to move forward, there must be a recognition of Pakistan's sacrifices and an end to the blame game that has characterized past engagements. Economic disparities in our relationship have also created frustration. Pakistan has long advocated for trade, not aid. We have consistently pushed for fair economic policies that allow our businesses to thrive in international markets. Yet, instead of expanding trade relations, we have seen moments where economic cooperation has been limited due to political considerations. A relationship cannot be built on sanctions, aid suspensions, or conditions that undermine national sovereignty. True economic engagement means allowing fair access to markets, fostering investment, and treating Pakistan as a partner, not a dependent nation. Another challenge has been the shifting focus of US foreign policy. As global priorities evolve, Pakistan often finds itself having to readjust to new geopolitical realities. The increasing focus on other regions, changing alliances, and new economic interests have sometimes sidelined Pakistan in US policy making. While nations will always act in their own interests, a true partnership means ensuring that engagement remains steady rather than fluctuating based on temporary geopolitical calculations. Public perception has also played a role in creating tensions. The way Pakistan is portrayed in international media, particularly in the West, has often been unfair and unbalanced. Despite being a resilient nation with a rich history, a young population, and immense potential, the narrative around Pakistan has often been reduced to stereotypes. This affects not just diplomatic relations, but also economic opportunities, investment, and cultural exchanges. If Pakistan and the US are to have a meaningful relationship, there must be a shift in how Pakistan is viewed, not as a problem to be managed, but as a nation with aspirations, contributions, and a future that deserves to be acknowledged. Despite these challenges, the opportunity for a stronger, more balanced relationship remains. The key is to move away from old patterns and build a partnership that is based on mutual respect, fairness, and shared interests. Pakistan is not looking for a relationship based on one-sided demands. We seek engagement that benefits both nations, creates economic opportunities, fosters regional stability, and respects national sovereignty. Diplomacy is about dialogue, about finding common ground even when differences exist. Pakistan remains committed to engaging with all nations, including the United States, in a way that ensures long-term stability and prosperity. The past may have had its challenges, but the future remains open for a new approach. One that is defined not by transactional dealings, but by a partnership that truly serves the interests of both countries. The path forward is clear, and the choice is simple. Build a relationship based on fairness, or continue a cycle of engagement that has not delivered long-term results. It is time to move in the right direction. One of the most crucial aspects of any relationship between nations is the role of people-to-people connections. Governments may set policies, diplomats may engage in negotiations, and leaders may shape strategic decisions. But the true strength of a relationship is determined by the connections between ordinary citizens. The relationship between Pakistan and the United States must not be confined to official meetings and agreements. It must be strengthened through deeper cultural, educational, and technological exchanges that foster genuine understanding and cooperation. For decades, Pakistani and American people have shared strong ties, whether through business, education, or cultural interactions. There is a large Pakistani diaspora in the United States, contributing to various fields from medicine to technology, from finance to academia. These individuals serve as a bridge between the two nations, bringing with them not only their expertise but also the values of hard work, perseverance, and resilience. Their contributions to the US economy and society are a testament to the potential of deeper people-to-people engagement. It is essential that both governments recognize and facilitate this role by making it easier for skilled professionals, students, and entrepreneurs to engage with each other. One of the most impactful ways to build a strong and lasting relationship is through education.